Rivers local government tenure extension. APC insists Ganduje remain national chairman. Minister of Justice to take over terrorism trial of Governor Fubara's loyalist. On the foreign scene, US EU eye new sanctions on Iran after attack. I'm Ifichuku Moyeli with the news. The Rivers State High Court in Port Harcourt has issued an interim injunction directing the maintenance of status quo following the move by the Martin Amihule-led State House Assembly to extend the tenures of the elected local government councils officials. Recall that the Assembly, amidst the political crisis rocking the state, amended the Local Government Law No. 5 of 2018, which empowers the House of Assembly through a resolution to extend the tenure of elected chairmen and councillors where local government elections are not held before the expiration of their 3 years in office. According to a report by the Nation newspapers, the suit was filed by the chairman of Opobonkoro, Enyada Kukigam, Bonnie Anengi, Claude Wilcox, and 5 other elected council officials. They are challenging the decision of the Amihule-led House of Assembly to extend the tenure of local government areas. The court, presided over by Justice G.N. Okonkwo, also ordered that a claimant will enter into an undertaking to pay the defendant 5 million naira if the substantive case turned out to be frivolous. The court fixed April 22nd to hear the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Lateef Fagbemi, has asked the Inspector General of Police to hands off the terrorism trial of 5 loyalists of the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara. The AGF made this known at the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday, where the accused persons have been facing trial for allegedly burning part of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex in October 2023. Justice Mobolaji Olajuwon adjourned the trial to 7th of May. The 5 men charged with terrorism offenses are Chime Ezebalike, Prince Lukman Oladile, Kenneth Massa, Osiga Donald, and Ochweja Thank-God. Moving on, a stakeholder from Elmoha local government area, Chizi Enyi, has faulted comments of the council chairman Chidi Lloyd against former Rivers State Governor Peter Odili. In a media briefing, Enyi alleged that the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike rejected Dr. Odili's truce calls with Governor Siminalayi Fubara.
It is very unfortunate that the Lord would make derogatory remarks and abuse the former governor of Rivers State, Sir Dr. Peter Odili. Is he aware that Sir Dr. Peter Odili has severally called for peace and former Governor Wike refused and rejected the peace offers? Chidi Lloyd is far above the age of Adeze, the first daughter of Odili, who is now 46, and the last is 40. So at what point has Odili been so old that he is a great-grandfather to Dr. Chidi Lloyd? If not that he is interested and ready to always abuse those that are above his age.
Mr. Enyi also asked the Emoha Council boss to respect the office of the governor, adding that Governor Fubara's status as the leader of the state is not a matter of debate.
Saying that Sim is the leader in Rivers State is the best thing anybody could say as at this time, because Sim is the governor, and Odile didn't even say that Sim is the leader of PDP. Odile said Sim is the leader, and any party Sim joins, Sim will be leader of that party. It is not because he's Sim, it is because he is the governor of Rivers State. And the same respect Odile have accorded to Nyesom Wike when he was governor, and therefore he will always accord the same respect to others. Chidi Lloyd, who has seen Odile to be great-grandfather, should respect himself.
Elsewhere, the meeting of the PDP caucus in the House of Representatives ended yesterday without a decision. This is as lawmakers loyal to the FCT, Minister Nyesom Wike, could not secure a vote of confidence in the acting national chairman of the party, Umar Damagum. The over 60 lawmakers led by lawmaker Ikenga Gochinyere insist the acting national chairman must resign and someone from the North Central Zone take the position. They also insisted on the expulsion of the FCT Minister Wike and other party members involved in anti-party activities. As you may know, the PDP National Working Committee will on Thursday present a report naming members involved in anti-party activities during the 2023 general elections to the National Executive Committee. The PDP NWC is also expected to take a final decision on the list of caretaker committee members for Rivers and other states. Meanwhile, the APC says Abdullahi Ganduje remains the party's national chairman, despite moves by some persons who claim to be members of his ward to suspend him. Spokesman of the APC, Felix Moka, described the move as criminal. In the meantime, Lagos-based political analyst Liberus Oshoma says the PDP and APC will continue to face crisis due to lack of leadership. Mr. Oshoma, while speaking on the crisis that has engulfed the PDP, urged the 2023 presidential candidate of the party, Atiku Abubakar, to work towards uniting the party.
Similar to what happened during Oshomole's time, like Ganduje's own, immediately that suspension came from the faction. The other faction also issued a counter motion reinstating him and also passing a vote of confidence on him. And the difference between Oshomole's and this one is the fact that you have a president who is also a very strong party man. Also, the party chairman enjoys the confidence of the party. Unlike the Oshomole's time, you had a president who was aloof in as far as party affairs was concerned.
On a spot, the embattled spokesman of APC in Rivers State, Darlington Wuju, said the APC national chairman should challenge his suspension in court.
The constitution of the APC, that Article 21 of the party's constitution as amended clearly provides for procedures should lead to the suspension or expulsion of party members. No other level of the party can use a kangaroo system or procedure to override the decision taken by the ward. You need to pass through the due process for the situation to be reviewed.
Still to come, Kaduna Assembly to probe El Rufai's administration. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Some concerned students of the Faculty of Law, Rivers State University, have frowned at the decision of the chairman of the Electoral Committee, Dr. Tony Francis, to cancel the election of the Law Student Association of Nigeria, Lawson Rivers State Chapter, and other excos on the 5th of April. The students, in a statement signed by Emmanuel Jaja, Barisiano Johnson, Rosalind Azunda, and Jack Benibo, claimed Favor Zinu emerged as president of the association, citing a signed copy of the election result. The statement is calling on the management of the university, led by Vice Chancellor Professor Lerum Okobule and the Dean of Student Affairs, to wade into the matter so that the will of the students are not subverted. The statement also appealed to the Vice Chancellor Professor Lerum Okobule to call on Dr. Francis and the Dean of Faculty of Law, Professor Christian Wingwe, not to stand down the result of the election as a result of election are in line with the laws and constitution, and to avert a breakdown of law and order in the institution. In other news, the Kaduna State House of Assembly has constituted a committee to investigate how the $350 million World Bank loan obtained by the former Governor Nasir El-Rufai administration was spent. It will also probe other financial spending and abandoned projects initiated by the immediate Yusuf Liman, inaugurated a 13-man committee during plenary on Tuesday. And now the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has filed a 3-count charge against popular Instagram celebrity Pascal Okechukwu, also known as Cubana Chief Priest, for allegedly spraying and tampering with a naira at a social event. Cubana Chief Priest will be arraigned today before Justice Kehinde Ogundare of the Federal High Court, Lagos State.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
The United States and the European Union say they are looking at imposing further sanctions on Iran after its attack on Israel at the weekend. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said she expected to take action in the coming days, while EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell said the bloc was working on it.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
And that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. A state high court has ordered status quo in the Rivers State local government tenure extension. The Minister of Justice will take over the terrorism trial of Governor Fubara's loyalist. APC is insisting Abdullahi Ganduje remains the party's national chairman. And other foreign scene, US and EU are eyeing new sanctions on Iran after attack. The news was edited by Martha Okirinkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifichuku Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.